What's going on? Today, I'm going to show you how to tape your fingers. Right? So there's a lot of people who have different opinions about this stuff. You see people mummifying their fingers every time they go into judo practice. I'm not a big believer of that. Because you need your fingers to strengthen in order for your hands to get better, to do judo effectively. I really don't believe taping your fingers like crazy for no practical reason. I think that takes away from the strengthening of your hands, therefore it makes your hands weaker, therefore longevity-wise you're more prone to injury. I'm just not a big fan of it. But when your fingers are hurting and when there's an absolute need, you should definitely tape your fingers, right? So why don't you come in close and I'll show you how I do it. So I split the tape here. I use maybe like a 1 centimeter sort of situation, and depending on the day, depending on what I'm doing, I'll tape my fingers in a different method. If my fingers are bleeding, right, this is a very simple thing that I do. I start on the inside here, I go around, and then I come down and I cover the knuckle, okay? I sort of go over the knuckle to leave a little bit of a slither down here, just so that it allows my finger to bend, and now this cuticle is covered, so then I don't bleed on someone's gi, right? So I broke my foot recently and I sat out for like a month and a half or something like this, and I'm coming back and I know my hands are sensitive and I might bleed on somebody or something like that. I might do this. Okay, I might tape this, right? Another time that you might tape your fingers is if you jam your finger, like, oh man, like this finger's hurting, that finger's hurting. And I always like to do sort of the buddy finger system, right? So I'll show you how I do it. Same idea, 1 centimeter, okay? Let's just say this one hurting right here, right? I'm gonna buddy tape it like this, okay? Actually, if it's this one, I wanna buddy tape it to my pinky, because I don't want my pinky hanging out by itself, because it's not a very strong finger, right? So, just like that, together, come down, right? And then I go all the way down here, and I always want to create, I don't want to cover the knuckles, right? So I want to be able to have a nice little bend when I go tape my fingers, okay? So now, look, my hands bend, right? It's nice and bendy, and it's splinted, okay? And this will definitely loosen up during practice, so now I could go in there, and I could start ripping, going, doing my judo, and my finger is protected, right? And like I said, it's very important to keep the knuckles open. That's just my personal preference. And I've seen a lot of people do it a lot of different ways, but keep it simple. And if you're gonna tape your fingers, do it with purpose, right? And that's just my tip for taping fingers.